Welcome back to another episode of WOW series, that is Wednesday on Wealth. I am Nidhi Manchanda, a certified financial planner and head of training and development at Fintu. In today's video, we will talk about another investment product, that is NPS. So NPS is what? Basically, it is National Pension System, which is a retirement investment product which not only helps you to save for your retirement but also helps you to save taxes. To know more about the features of NPS product, you can watch one of our earlier videos where we have explained in detail everything about NPS. So the link will be in the description box. And in case you want to invest into NPS and you have already made up your mind, then stay tuned in this video, as in this video we'll talk about top 3 NPS funds where you can invest. So basically there are 7 pension fund houses to choose from. These are LIC, HDFC, ICICI, SBI, UTI, Kotak and Birla Sun Life. So these are the 7 pension fund houses and you will have to select any one of these 7. Now let us say that you have selected one of the funds. Then the next thing that you will need to decide is whether you will go for tier 1 account or tier 2 account. If you invest in tier 1 account, you can save taxes up to 62,400. Also at the time of maturity, 60% of your corpus will be tax free. But there is no flexibility in tier 1 account, so you will not be able to withdraw your money till your retirement age. However, there are certain exceptions in this case. On the other hand, if we look at tier 2 account, then you will not get any tax benefits if you are investing in tier 2. However, there will be full flexibility, as in you can withdraw anytime. I recommend you to go for tier 1 account so that you get all the tax benefits, and the amount at the time of maturity is also tax free up to 60%. But however, if you are someone who are looking out for flexibility and you would want to withdraw anytime, I would suggest you to opt for mutual funds instead, wherein you will get the flexibility, and apart from that you will also get full control over your investment. So if you are opting for NPS specifically, I would suggest go for tier 1 only. Now let's say you have opted for tier 1 account. Now the next thing that you should be aware of, that in NPS your money will be invested into 4 asset classes. So there are 4 different schemes, that is Scheme C, Scheme E, Scheme G and Scheme A. Now let us understand these schemes in detail. So now the first scheme is Scheme E. Now Scheme E stands for equity plans, and this particular scheme basically has high risk and high return. And this scheme will invest your money into equity related instruments. Second scheme is Scheme C, which is your corporate debt plans. This scheme is basically moderate risk and moderate return, and the money will be invested in fixed income securities. The third scheme, which is Scheme G, is government bond scheme. In this case, you can say that it has low risk and low return, and the money is majorly invested into government securities. And the last scheme, which is Scheme A, it stands for alternative investment, which has very high risk and very high return, and this scheme basically invests your money into REITs or AIFs, etc. So when you invest your money in NPS, your money gets invested into these 4 schemes. Now how much money will be invested into which scheme? It depends upon which option you have selected, and there are 2 options that are given to you. One is auto choice and the other one is active choice. If you are someone who is selecting auto choice, then your money will be invested into these 4 categories as per your age. So if I give you a very small example, if you are very young, in that case more exposure will be given to equity and less exposure will be given to debt or other categories. As you age and move closer to your retirement, your allocation will be automatically changed, wherein your equity exposure will keep on decreasing and your debt exposure will keep on increasing. So this entire thing will happen automatically and you will not have to do anything. So that is your auto choice. If you are someone who would like complete control of your investment and you would want to make a decision how much you need to invest in which asset class, then active choice is perfect for you. Now in this case, you will decide yourself that what percentage should be invested into scheme E, which is equity, how much percentage should be in scheme C, which is corporate bonds, how much percentage should be in G, which is government bonds, and how much percentage should be in alternative investment. So full freedom is to you and you can decide. However, there are certain conditions here as well. The first condition is that in equity, you cannot invest more than 75% of money. And the second condition is that in alternative investment, you cannot invest more than 5%. So these are the two conditions which you need to keep in mind. Rest everything is flexible and you can decide it yourself under active choice. Before telling you the top 3 NPS funds, I would like to share how we have shortlisted these top 3 funds. So basically, we have decided based on consistency of returns across 4 asset classes. So we have not seen returns of just one asset class and then we are giving a recommendation. We'll be looking at all 4 asset classes, because when you are investing your money into an NPS, your money will be bifurcated, or I can say your money will be divided into all 4 asset classes. So it is important that the fund house where you are investing is giving good returns across 4 asset classes. So that is a major thing that we have kept in mind while selecting the top 3 funds. And along with this, we have also seen the net assets of the scheme, and as well as we have seen the scheme portfolio of individual fund houses. Our first recommendation is HDFC Pension Fund. Now under this fund, let us first focus on the first scheme, which is scheme E, that is equity plans. This scheme has a fund size of 8,168 crores. And if we look at the returns of this scheme, the 1-year CAGR is 50.68%, 3-year CAGR is 14.76%, and 5-year CAGR is 14.82%. So these are the returns that the scheme E equity has given. And if we look at the top 5 holdings of this scheme, these are Reliance Industries, Infosys, ICICI Bank, Tata Consultancy Services and Kotak Mahindra Bank. And these top 5 holdings itself constitutes around 32.77% of the entire portfolio. Moving on to the second scheme, which is scheme C, corporate debt plans. Here the fund size is 3,660 crores. And the returns, if we look at, 1-year CAGR is 6.76%, 3-year CAGR is 11.13%, and 5-year CAGR is 9.40%. Now if we look at these returns, these are coming under top 3 if we compare returns of other fund houses as well. And next scheme is scheme G, which is government bond plans. Here the total fund size is 5,907 crores, and if you look at the returns, it is 2.3% in 1 year, 11.46% in 3 years, and 8.92% in 5 years. And the last one, which is alternative investments, here the total fund size is 44 crores. And the return of 1 year is 9.17% and 3 years is 9.48%. Now let us move on to our second recommendation, which is ICICI Prudential Pension Fund. Now under this fund also we will see the performance of all the 4 asset classes. So let's start. The first one is scheme E, which is equity plans. The fund size of this scheme is 3,387 crores. 1-year CAGR is 52.11%, 3-year CAGR is 14.01%, and 5-year CAGR is 13.36%. Now if I talk about the top 5 holdings of this portfolio, then it is Reliance Industries, HDFC Bank, Infosys, Housing Development Finance Corporation and Tata Consultancy Services. And all these top 5 holding itself constitute around 33.33% of the entire portfolio. Now let's move on to scheme C, which is corporate debt plans. Here the fund size is 1753 crores and 1 year CAGR is 6.34%, 3 year CAGR is 10.66% and 5 year CAGR is 9.22%. Moving on to scheme G, which is government bond. Here the fund size is 2786 crores. 1 year CAGR is 2.56, 3 year CAGR is 11.11 and 5 year CAGR is 8.81%. Then the last scheme here, which is for alternative investments. Here in this case the fund size is 10 crores and CAGR, if I talk about 1 year, it is 8.36 and 3 years it is 7.85%. Now let's discuss the last and the third recommendation, which is SBI pension fund. Now here let's again see the performance. So scheme E, equity plan, this has a fund size of 6256 crores. And if you talk about the returns, the 1 year CAGR is 47.14%, 3 year CAGR is 12.89% and 5 year CAGR is 12.88%. Now if I talk about the top 5 holdings of this particular scheme, it is Infosys, Reliance Industry, HDFC Bank, ICICI Equity and Tata Consultancy. And together all these 5 top holdings constitute around 35.45% of the entire portfolio. Now moving on to second scheme, which is corporate debt funds. Here in this case the fund size is 3447 crores. And talking about returns, it has given a return of 6.06%, 10.79% and 9.17% in the respective categories of time period. And government bond plans, which is scheme G, it has a fund size of 6753 crores and the returns are 2.01% in 1 year time period, 11.13%, which is 3 year CAGR, and 5 year CAGR is 8.84%. And lastly, if I talk about scheme A, which is alternative investment, here the fund size is 19 crores and if I talk about the return in 1 year and 3 year time period, it is around 8.23% and 11.35%. So these were the top 3 NPS funds that we recommend, that is HDFC, ICICI and SBI. And the main thing that I would like to tell you all is that the returns that we have just discussed, these returns basically, or these funds have actually outperformed and beaten the benchmark majority of the times. And that is why it is there in our recommendation. And like I told you, we are not looking at only equity scheme returns and recommending a fund house. We are also looking at the other asset classes and accordingly we are giving our recommendations. If you have any further questions, feel free to get in touch with our finance experts, and for more such videos, do subscribe to our channel.